Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. I know your exams are just around the corner, so today we're going to tackle a chapter that is not only super important, but also, I promise you, an easy one to score full marks in. The chapter is Directing. Chalo, let's get started right away.
Okay, just imagine this for a second. You are the captain of our Indian cricket team. You've got the best players, Virat Kohli, Jasprit Bumrah, the whole dream team, and you've made a brilliant foolproof plan in the dressing room. But tell me, does that guarantee a win? No way. The real match, the real action, it begins on the field, doesn't it? You have to guide your players, you have to motivate them when they're feeling low, and you have to lead them to that victory.
And that, my dear bachos, is exactly what directing is all about in management. It's that special ingredient, that magic, that turns all the careful planning and organizing into actual, real results. It's the action part, just like a captain who guides the team in a live match, putting the plan into action, ball by ball. So, here's our game plan for this quick explainer. First, we'll understand the captain's biggest challenge, what directing really is. Then we'll meet his 4 expert coaches. After that, we'll uncover a secret motivation technique. Then we'll look at different captaincy styles, how to send the right signals, and finally, my favorite part, a quick revision to help you score full marks. It's going to be simple and fun. That's my promise to you. Okay, let's dive into our first topic, the captain's big challenge. We need to understand what directing actually means. Getting this definition right is so important for scoring those first few marks in your exam. So you might get a question like, why is directing called the heart of management? Well, think about it. All the other functions like planning, organizing, staffing, they're like preparing the cricket pitch and selecting the team. They're all preparations. But directing, that's the function that actually starts the match. It's when the manager says, okay, team, let's do this, and then guides every single person to get the work done. It initiates action. Every great captain needs a team of expert coaches, right? You have a batting coach, a bowling coach, a fielding coach. Well, in the same way, directing has 4 expert coaches. We call them the 4 elements of directing. Come on, let's meet them one by one. First up, we have the supervision coach. This coach is like the watchful eye. He is always overseeing the employees, making sure they are doing their work correctly and exactly according to the plan. You can just imagine him as the coach who is always standing with binoculars, keeping a close eye on everything happening on the field. Next, and this one is so important, we have the motivation coach. He is the energy coach. This is the person who gives those powerful pep talks, who offers encouragement, and who gives rewards that make everyone want to perform at their absolute best. He's the one who charges up the team's battery when it's running low. Then, of course, there's the leadership coach. And who is that? Well, that's the captain himself. Leadership is the ability to influence your team, not by shouting or forcing them, but by earning their respect, so they willingly work towards the goal. A true leader makes the team want to win, for him and for each other. And finally, we have the communication coach. Think about it. How does a captain tell a fielder to move to the left, or tell a bowler to change his style? Through signals, right? Well, communication is simply that process of passing information and ideas so that everybody understands them perfectly. Without clear signals, even the best plans will fail. This coach basically holds the entire game together.
Okay, now let's zoom in on our most important coach, the motivation coach. He has a secret weapon, a secret formula to understand what really makes people work hard. It's a very, very famous theory by Abraham Maslow, and I can tell you, it's a guaranteed question in your board exams, bacho, so pay close attention.
So Maslow said that all our needs are like a ladder or a pyramid, and at the very bottom, the foundation, are our basic physiological needs. You all know that famous old saying, right? Roti, kapda, or makan. Food, clothing, and shelter. In a job, it's your basic salary that helps you meet these most fundamental needs.
All right, so once you have your roti, kapra, and makan, what do you think about next? You want to feel safe and secure. And that brings us to the second level of our pyramid, safety needs. In your job, this means things like job security and having a stable income. Not having to worry that you might lose your job tomorrow. So you're fed and you feel secure, but are you truly happy? Not really. As humans, we are social animals, right? We need friends, we need affection, we need to feel like we belong somewhere. So the next step up the ladder is our social needs, the need to be part of a team or group of friends. Now, once you are part of a group, what's the next thing you want? You want respect within that group. So as we move up the pyramid, we find our esteem needs. This is all about self-respect, getting recognition for your hard work, maybe a promotion or a fancy job title like senior manager. It's all about feeling important and valued by others.
And finally, right at the very peak of the pyramid, we have self-actualization. This is the ultimate need. It's the desire to become the very best version of yourself, to achieve your full potential. For a cricketer, it could be the dream of becoming the best batsman in the world. For you, it could be achieving your biggest goals in life.
Now everyone, look at this slide very carefully. This pyramid diagram. Please, please, please take a screenshot of it right now, or draw it in your notebook. This is a 5-mark question just waiting to be asked in your exam. You have to draw this diagram and explain these 5 needs in the correct order. Very, very, very important.
All right, so now we know what motivates the players. Let's look at the coach who channels all that motivation, the leader. You know, just like cricket captains have different styles. Some are very aggressive, some are calm and cool. Managers also have different leadership styles. Let's quickly break down the 3 main types.
First, we have the autocratic captain. He is the boss. His motto is simple: I decide. He gives the orders and everyone has to follow them. This style is actually great for making really quick decisions, especially during a crisis. Then we have the democratic captain. His style is let's decide together. He discusses things with his team and takes their suggestions, just like our Captain Cool MS Dhoni was famous for. This builds amazing team spirit. And third, there's the laissez-faire captain. He looks at his expert players and says, you decide. He gives them full freedom and trusts them completely. This works perfectly when you have a highly skilled and motivated team.
And this brings us to our 4th and final coach, the one who connects everyone and everything: communication. It's all about sending and receiving the right signals. You see, without clear communication, leadership fails, motivation doesn't work, and supervision becomes totally impossible.
This picture here shows us the simple communication process. It starts with a sender, let's say the captain, who has an idea. He encodes it, which means he puts it into words or signals. The message then travels through a channel, like the air. The receiver, maybe a fielder, then decodes that signal to understand what it means. And anything that interrupts this process, like the loud roar of the crowd that makes it hard to hear, we call that noise. Simple, right? All right, we have covered the entire chapter. Now for the most important part: how to score full marks in the exam. Let's do a super quick revision that is going to boost your confidence right up. Okay, here's a question that has appeared in board exams so many times I can't even count. Why is directing called the heart of the management process? It's a classic 5-mark question. Eddie, don't you worry at all, because I'm going to give you the perfect answer for it. Ready?
Here are your 5 golden points. Just write these down, explain each one in a line or 2, and you are set for full marks. 1. It initiates action. 2. It integrates all employee efforts. 3. It motivates employees. 4. It facilitates change. And 5. It brings stability. Take a screenshot of this right now. So my dear bachcho, that is the entire chapter of directing made super simple for you. You are now fully prepared. All the very best for your exams. I know you're all going to do wonderfully. If you have any doubts at all, just ask me in the comments below. Bye-bye and take care.